Well, that's what they're realizing now with human civilizations, that it's very likely that there was a mass disruption of human civilization from asteroid impacts or something like that, and we had to rebuild. And that's what the pyramids are, and that's what a lot of the structures they find even in North America. And, you know, catastrophes do happen. And I know we don't want to believe it. It's just like the vegans don't want to believe they're causing any deaths when they buy their kale.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing. We don't want to believe that this could ever fall apart and we could be right back to square one, right back to living like nomadic tribal people. But that 100% can happen.
Well, you know what? You know, Einstein's famous saying when they asked him what would be the weapon of destruction in World War III, and he says, I have no idea, but I know what it is in World War IV. And they said, what is it? And he goes, sticks.
Yeah. It probably doesn't even have to be the war, though. That's the problem. The problem is we're in a fucking shooting gallery. We're spinning around in a shooting gallery of massive chunks of space debris that literally is the stuff that forms planets.
Yeah.
And it's everywhere. There's so much of it out there. There's hundreds of thousands of near-Earth objects. And there's a whole asteroid belt. And if one of them collides with another one, and one of them's coming in from some other place, and it hits one and just sends it right towards us.
Yeah.
And some of them are fucking huge. And when those things hit, that's a wrap, civilization.
Yeah.
Whatever people are left, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. You're going to live like barbarians for the next 1,000, 2,000 years before people reinvent civilization again.
Yeah. And it'll be interesting to see if it's reinvented the same.
I don't think it will be. I think there's a certain amount of genetic memory in people. And I think even if something horrible happened and we had to start right now from scratch and rebuild civilization, I still think we would be better off than people who tried to do that 5,000 years ago or even 10,000 years ago. I think the human, the collective human consciousness is something other than just what you know and what you've read. I think there's some shit that's in you in genetics. And I think people are better at stuff now than they've ever been before. But clearly, if that's the case, clearly, whoever built the pyramids, they must have been around way longer. They must have been able to have a civilization that thrived way longer than ours.
They still can't figure out how they built it. And there's something that I just read about. If you look at its longitude and latitude, it's like a perfect 1/1,000,000th of it.
It's almost perfectly true north, south, east, and west.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's whoever did that probably was along the same lines that we're on. They just had way more time to do it. They had, thousands and thousands and thousands of years, where we've only had a few hundred. A few hundred of craziness, a few hundred of the Industrial Revolution, combustion engines, utilization of fossil fuels, all this shit that we're doing now, nuclear fuel, nuclear weapons. This is real recent. Yeah. So if they had some more time than we did, that's what explains that shit to me. And I think that if we go and then there's a few barbarian people left, of a few thousand all over the planet, and they eventually redo civilization, they'll probably do a slightly better job. I think each group does a slightly better job
than the last.
But it probably takes forever. It'll probably take another 4,000 or 5,000 years for civilization to really emerge again.